in Seattle, and we just heard it, and that means it's time for football at Lumen Field. Tonight we start Week 11 of the NFL season with a good one on tap, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
When you talk about this Seahawk defense, they come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something that they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. Purdy now to throw. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll get it down here to the 43. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he is going to have a Niners first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all. Partner, check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Now a 2nd and 10. Purdy looking to throw. This one caught by Kittle. And last throw right there, putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000 is a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
Play action. Now Purdy. Throw left side complete. That's Carroll. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing here, Purdy. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear them now. 3rd and goal. Purdy will look to throw again here. And this is going to be incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And his kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Looking to put a drive together. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got a man. Downfield is Horton. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
On the set. Get up. Cowboy 80.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
Mustang 19. Trap 60. Trap 60. Hey, smash Broncos. Let's go.
Here's a 2nd and 7. They'll rifle this from deep right side. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Mika Fitzpatrick. And the Niners are going to take over here up near the 40. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you get 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Clock running here, under a minute to go now in the 1st quarter of a 3-0 game. On the ground, it's Thomas. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Purdy from the gun on third down. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Oh, they're going to run a little pump pass here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
On the stop.
18 Cardinal, 18
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 49ers 14-yard line.
Dragon 60. Cup 19, Cup 19. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Street, street. Let's go.
Back to throw again. Now he's going to step up and run. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Warriors 70. Ready, ready.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
70 line, 18, Pioneer. 19 tight, 19 tight. Hey, check that, street, street.
They'll look to throw again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Greg Newsom. And the 49ers are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down, as you said, in the red zone. Definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
Call it a gain of a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down. Back to throw, Purdy. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And 9 yards to
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Carroll. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Fourth down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That's pulled in at the 32. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And they will take over first and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Horton. 23 yards, the final tally.
A promising sign there from an offense that hasn't done a whole lot to this point. Nice job to locate the open receiver. And it's good yardage and a first down to open the drive.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, first and 10, right at the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
What a quick start to the drive, but not for the team that really needed it. In only a few seconds, the opposing QB found himself on the turf, and the defense is celebrating second and long.
He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play, but sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
Out of the gun, Purdy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
First down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
They run with Thomas. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. Great corner route there, not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Moody good with the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you, as he'll be backed up to start this drive.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Here we go. Cougar 19. Check. Hurt. Ready, right?
Up the middle they go. Cooper. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
At the 11-yard line.
Cup 19, Panther 11, Panther 19 tight, 19, 70 Ranger.
Out of the gun now on third down. He sets to fire deep. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Mustang 19 Lion. 18, Pioneer. Trap 60. Ready?
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to take another shot here. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Lewis C. And the 49ers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Purdy. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
It's a gain of 20. And the 49ers first down.
Shotgun now with Purdy. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's now second and 10.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Now Purdy. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short.
Touchdown, 49ers! A great play there. 47 yards. And the 49ers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Moody good with the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0.
17. Seahawks nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Horton. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
65-6. Mustang Knight Warriors 70. Hurt. Right there, hurt. Go.
They'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
18, pioneer.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This is down the field for Bellinger. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
19, Tiger, 9, Panther 11, Panther 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, Cub 19, Cub 19. Check, hurt.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to go up top again. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And they've been kept off the scoreboard in this first half, but here toward the end, they're trying to change that in one fell swoop, but that winds up incomplete.
And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going to try and throw. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime.
62-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Dreyy Tucker, 75 yards. And the Seahawks come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts this lead down to 13. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Second and 9. Now Thomas. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's Purdy. He finds his man complete. It's Carroll. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Purdy now to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Barnett. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
First down, 49ers.
They go play action here. Purdy. And he's got it. And the Niners are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And throwing here, Purdy. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the 49ers are able to stretch out their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me, and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that, so you really give yourself an advantage.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do.
And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Seahawks, first down.
And now they'll audible to something else.
Buffalo 18. Ready?
They'll look to throw now on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Cooper. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Hawk 70. Bronco 80. Dragon 60. 18. Rattler 18. Panther 11. Panther 11.
They're going to look to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Darius Slayton from 6 yards away. And the Seahawks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
A gain of 13 yards. And the 49er first down.
This is Thomas. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Big Derek Brown making the stop. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Purdy looking to throw. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick six.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
Seahawks 41. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 35 yards.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive first and 10. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 15 for the Niners there to first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the fourth and final quarter. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards there and a Niner first. He can really smell 800 catches right now because that last one puts him at 799. Knocking on the door. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Purdy from the gun. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Quentin Williams make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. Purdy. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are right back in this football game. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
It's caught inside the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Trey Tucker, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Boy, what a start to the week this has been. All tied 4th quarter as the kick's away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown. All tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Calvin Joseph that time in on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Carroll. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Operating from the gun, Purdy. That's taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And that catch, he just hit number 800 in his NFL career.
And just think, that puts you in top 35 range all time in the NFL in terms of number of catches. One significant guy in that number, Shannon Sharp, who was a tight end. That's big-time play right there.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Now he's going to step up and run. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes a correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Purdy going to give it to Garindo. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down and 7. Now Purdy, he's going to change the look here. Here's a second and 7. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important third down. And he holds it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the night. And the Niners answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Moody good with the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Seahawks 28.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Get your money up.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
Check that. Street. Check, Bobcats.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll be brought down here at the 28.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now, if you want to take a shot on second down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
7 Pirates.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up now on 2nd and 2.
18 Cardinal. 19 tight. Buffalo 18. Dragon 60. Hurt.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got Johnson. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And now an audible here into something else.
18 Pioneers. 18 Rattlers. Cup 19. Go.
He'll look to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line.
Now that is the 2-minute drill at its very best. Get the completion, get a big chunk of yardage, and then get out of bounds to save those timeouts. You cannot do it any better than that.
Cougar 19. Panther 11. 79. Mustang 19. Warriors 70. 60 Bobcats. 7 Pirates. Hey, check that. Street.
Back to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Boy, took a real chance with that one, but it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Dragon 60. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Big Lion. Check out.
They'll look to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. They do tack on the extra point as well. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Boy, what a start to the week this has been. All tied fourth quarter as the kick's away.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
This is first and 10. Here's Purdy to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
Leads to second and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Purdy to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put on one of those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished again.
And that is incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now fourth down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made, in my estimation.
Here's Purdy. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. Here's first and 10.
Packer 60. Packer 60. 70 Timberwolves. Ready?
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Cooper. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. They'll come up now on second down.
Tag! Hawk 70! Hawk 70!
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cooper. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Haven't heard much from him all night, but welcome to the party, making his presence felt in a big way.
They've kept him under wraps all night long, but boy, did he find a great time to bust out.
All 3 timeouts remain. How much that'll matter remains to be seen. It's 1st and 10.
Ready.
Now a give, right side. Cooper. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward, because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go away.
Yeah, I was going to say, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts.
The 16-yard line. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. Well, the entire game coming down to this kick from Cade York. His first attempt of the night here, and it's a big one. It's for the win. And this one is right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So there was a little meat on that bone, a little more than a chip shot considering the circumstances, but he's able to bang it home in what should be the game winner.
And the key was getting him into a good position to kick from. I mean, if that's a 52-yarder, you're going to have some anxious moments, but kickers nowadays, you give them anything under 40, and they're automatic.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way. Start a drive. Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5.
Get set. Get set. Watch out. Cut.
And they take a knee. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was